Hello everyone, we have Kel Hammond here in northwestern Sydney. I came to Kel, your house last week to buy some figs that you had airlaid, and you have shown me your wonderful garden, which is a massive place that we'll see today. So thank you so much, Kel, for kindly agreeing to take a video of your garden and letting me taste so many things last time. So first of all, when did you move to this place and what kind of climate this place is? So people who don't know, like we are in northwestern Sydney, when did you first move here and what kind of place is this?
Yes, about 15 years ago we've been in this particular place, and that's when I started renovating the garden. It's hot and humid here in Western Sydney in summer, particularly January, February. So my goal is to create a garden that I can eat the fruit from, because I love fruit trees. So I have figs, that's my main line of fruit. I also do passion fruits, and I do lots of citrus. I've got about 20 citrus trees. I do mulberries. I've got 6 different types of mulberries, and I do bananas and other types of fruit trees as well, but mostly figs. I've got about 60 or maybe 70, I'm not really sure anymore how many different varieties I have. I used to have 100, but I cut it down a few years ago to about 60 or 70.
Why all these fruit trees? Why not just enjoy life without fruit trees?
Oh, I just love them. I just love eating them. Every morning I get up and I have maybe a dozen. I've already eaten about 20 figs already today. Not only me, but my family, my children.
Did you leave anything for me today?
Yeah, there's a few left. But I had a friend in who came in here today and he took about 40. So
oh my God.
There should be enough left though. There's lots and lots.
And how much area this property has?
The total property is around 4 acres, just under 4 acres. And this part of the garden is probably only covering about maybe an acre, acre and a half.
That's not bad. So where shall we start with? From this area maybe?
Yeah, this used to be my herb garden. I don't do many herbs anymore because I put more fig trees in. So you can see the fig trees here.
What fig is that?
This is an LSU Gold. It's a genuine one.
Okay.
I've got to remember all the names now.
LSU Gold.
Yes, it's a nice little
seen
fruit.
That in the...
You can see there.
Yep.
Yeah, I put metal tags on all the trees so I can find, so they don't wear off. I've tried all different types of tags, but I actually stamp my own now. This one here is a Sicilian Black. It's a lovely little black fig. But a lot of these haven't got fruits. They've got only a small number of fruits because these were in pots for about 2 or 3 years, and I got lazy of looking after them, so I put them in the ground so I don't have to water them as often. Yeah, and this is a white Adriatic that came from a friend of mine's place, a very beautiful fig. This one here's a Smith, quite a rare fig.
So Smith is the one that needs pollination, the Capri fig?
No, it's a female fig. It's it's self-pollinated. It's only been in the ground just on a year, just under a year, so it's still growing. It's a very vigorous variety. And I got a black Chatoot mulberry here, some comfrey here.
Feijoa?
Yeah, feijoa here. A couple of feijoas and some curry bushes up on the back. And other types of herbs spread all around.
So when you moved here, was there any fruit trees?
No,
or just
there was nothing
space?
here. Yeah, I put all this in. So I had around 100 truckloads of bark mulch, which myself and my grandchildren and others, we shoveled it in and put it in about a foot thick. And after a period of time, a couple of years, it's broken down and becomes soil. Yeah, and sort of feeds the garden. And I put a few flowers in here, just geraniums and hard-wearing plants. And there's lots of, I wilded a lot of strawberries as well, so makes it easier.
And what is this patch?
Yeah, well, this is more figs, of course. This is a, Noir de Bordeaux or something like that. That's a nice little black fig.
All right.
This one over here is, you can see this one's only got a couple of fruits because we've already eaten it. This is a very early one. This is a Ronde de Bordeaux. Little round fig. This is probably the earliest fig that comes out.
So all these like ending with de Bordeaux, like Violette de Bordeaux and this Ronde de Bordeaux.
Yes.
Are these some specific type, like these are French figs? Or?
They're French figs. That's where the name comes from, I believe. Yes.
And what is this beautiful, I asked you last time, I forgot, Sylvania?
This is Salvia.
Salvia.
Yeah, my granddaughter works in a nursery and she brings it home. All different varieties that they have excess trees. So I've put all salvia in here to attract the bees.
Yes.
All different types. There's different colours in here. Here as well.
So this is also Sylvia?
Salvia, a different
salvia.
type, I believe.
A lot of bees
Yes.
here.
Yes. And this here is a Colonel Littman's Black Cross. I took some air layers off these potted trees. That's why they're a little bit slow at the moment. Again, it's only been in the ground here for about 18 months.
How are they surviving with all this competition from this?
Yeah, well, it keeps the roots cool anyway. So, and the new theory is, of course, is that you should mass plant anyway because you get the biology. You feed the biology in the soil, which then feeds the plant.
Yep.
Figs are quite vigorous too.
Yep.
Over here, there's a finger lime,
Oh yeah.
and there's an almond up in the back there.
We can see finger limes here.
Yes, yeah, that's finger lime.
Very thorny.
Yeah. I'm not really sure if I like them or not, but they're lovely looking fruits when you pick them out. So over here there's a great big macadamia nut tree over there in the corner, right up in the corner.
Yep.
I think this might be a golden rain tree. I'm not really sure.
This one?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's has
What a
beautiful
beautiful
yellowy flowers, like rain falls down on it.
Yep.
And come over here is my.
That's the main collection.
This is the main collection where I keep most of my plants, and I have them in 3 main rows here, and I've espaliered probably about 80% of my trees. I do that for efficiency. One day if I get the energy, I'll cover this over. But
Cover over with what?
Probably like they do a greenhouse or a shade over the top to keep the birds out, because there is some competition with the birds. Yeah. I did put some stone fruits in there. There's about 7 or 8 stone fruits, but I'm going to give up on those. I just can't keep the fruit fly out. They don't seem to attack the figs much.
Yeah,
but
they love the stone fruits.
They love the stone fruits. Yeah, it's like a magnet.
Yep.
I built this this about 4 years ago. This is your sheep panel, which I saw it on YouTube. So I bent it into a shape, and this is like an outdoor area where I can sit and have a cup of tea or coffee or
enjoy the figs.
Enjoy the figs. And this is all passion fruits over the top. 2 years ago I had about 1,000 passion fruits on here.
Yep.
This year it's having an off year, so it's only produced a few hundred.
A few hundred?
Yeah, we use them. We normally just cut them up and put them in bags and put them in the freezer.
Yep.
Yep.
What a beautiful place. Wow.
So you can see my trees. I put this bamboo here. This is Gracilius bamboo. Slender weaver, I think they call it.
So this is not the running bamboo?
No, it's a clumping bamboo. So it only grows, about 100 mils, about 4 inches every year.
And why did you put the bamboo here?
Well, because the sun goes down in the west over there and it protects my trees in the afternoon.
Ah.
And it gives it like a nice roomy feel up here.
So there is my thinking is that the figs are Mediterranean and they need sun, like 24-hour sun.
The afternoon sun though is very harsh in Sydney.
Okay, all right. So you don't want that western sun to be...
It's okay if you get lots of water into the plants, but it really is pretty harsh when you end up with 12 or 14 hours of sun in summertime.
Yep.
So the sun comes up there, they get sun all day, and about 2 or 3 o'clock they get into this semi-shade.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
And so you can see here the espaliate form trees. I've pulled these out, and you can see I've eaten a lot of figs off these trees. You can see them there. This is a Violette de Bordeaux type.
Isn't it too... Oh, that type. So
yes.
It's not the Violette de Bordeaux.
It is a Violette de Bordeaux, but I'm not quite sure because there's variations.
Isn't it like
in
a bit bigger than what I've seen?
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I think there's variations in it. Yeah. Yeah,
right.
well, this had no double this. We've been eating these every day. And
look at the amount of figs, so prolific.
Oh, this is only a small tree, this one. And this one up here is the Violette de Solliès.
Yep.
This is a Gaz's Black.
Fig.
Yep. Yeah, this one last year had hundreds of figs on it. This year they're a little bit later than the others, which is good because it spreads out the season.
Yep.
I can only eat so many. So I only grow the figs, the food for ourselves. This one here's a Hivernenca. This is, I call it a winter fig. This one won't come ripe until probably April, May.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is one of the very last figs?
Yes. It's a season extender. Yeah. This one here is a French fig. This is a Col de Dame Noir, which is the black fig.
Yep.
It seems to be a bit of a slower grower. Has a beautiful black fig, a very rich taste on it when it comes out. But again, it'll be a little bit later. It'll probably be late February, early March. This one here was an Hivernenca. No, yeah, but I actually got it as an Ashburton, but it's exactly the same as a Hivernenca, as far as I'm concerned. Same leaf, same fruit. And I paint the trunks. You can see this one's painted white because when you espaliered trees, the trunk itself gets exposed to the sun and it gets sunburn and tends to split. So I paint the trunks to protect them from the sun, and it also stops borers as well.
You have problem with borers here?
I've had it about 3 or 4 years ago. I cut them out and I poked them out with wire, and I put stuff inside it to kill them off, but I've not had them since. Yeah. This one over here is a Socorro Black that comes from Socorro, Texas. It's a nice little fig too. Stay there and I'll show you one. Let's see if I can find one here. There's one there. See that fig there?
Yep.
This is Socorro Black. It's a beautiful little black fig.
Yep.
Have a bit.
Thank you.
Sometimes this one has like a datey sort of taste. It's a little bit different. Quite unusual. I quite like it actually. This was my biggest favourite last year. This is the black Tuscan. It's very
Black
fruitful.
Tuscan.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very similar to a black Madeira, but in far as I'm concerned, it's much more vigorous. The black Madeira is a stunted tree, was dwarfing tree, but this one very fruitful and much bigger tree. And I've already taken maybe 8-10 air layers off it, so this one's
Look at how big the trunk size is.
Yeah.
How old is this tree?
This one would be about 5 years old.
Wow, that's a big trunk.
Yeah, it's very vigorous. You can see the difference, how much more vigorous.
So this one is also how
same age.
4 years.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this one.
Yes. Yeah, and this is an air layer here that I'm doing on it. You can see the roots in there forming.
Yep.
See the roots? Yeah, that takes about, depending on the weather, at this time of year, we're in last day in January, it takes around 4 to 6 weeks to create roots.
When did you start that air layering?
That would have been the end of December.
So
yeah, 24th, 25th of December.
You started in summer, and
Yes.
when will you take it out?
Yeah, I'll take that out. I can take that out now actually. I'll probably wait another couple of days.
In 1 month?
Yeah, it takes about 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, if your tree's vigorous. Yeah.
Like a mature tree like this, 6 to 8 weeks,
Yep.
the air layering is ready.
Yeah,
Wow.
in summer. Yeah. You can see all the fruit on it. Look, it's covered in fruit. This is a very rich, if you like complex berry, very rich berry fig. What you got here is the Geraldton Raspberry. You can see the size of the trunk on this thing. Same age. This is an
4 years?
same 5 years. It's a very extraordinary, vigorous tree.
It is double than that tree.
Yeah,
the
and
Black
that
Tuscan.
was big. And this is it's in this. I think it's an Australian cultivar.
Does it taste like raspberry?
Yeah, it's actually a nice fig. It has a beautiful, rich texture
It gives
inside.
me the feeling of white Adriatic.
I think it's a type of white Adriatic. It's got a very nice taste. It's one of my favourites.
Oh my god. This is good.
Beautiful tree. Yeah, it's underrated, I think. That's way better than a black Genoa, I think. Yeah, and a vigorous tree as well. And I've already taken maybe 10 air layers off it.
Wow.
And you can see down here, coming along, that's a beautiful shape. Look at the shape.
Yep.
I mean, from end to end, that's probably nearly 3 to 4 meters.
Yep. Wow.
This is Panache at the end.
Is this the same fig which is called Tiger?
Yes.
Okay.
I think sometimes they call it Tiger, but I think there might be a different fig called a Tiger fig. But this is a little bit later, so this will be out in February around
How
here.
ornamental is this fig? This looks so cool.
Yeah, this is a nice fig inside as well. This was my wife's favourite. And this one on the back, that's another Panache. That's why I put 2 in, because she loved them. So I've made quite a few air layers on this tree. I've already taken 20 air layers off it, so it's a pretty vigorous tree.
Wow.
And you can see the old black Genoa over here. They're a very vigorous tree as well.
Good old black Genoa.
Yeah, good sized fruit. I don't even bother eating these because I have so many of the others. I let the birds have them. But they're a good fruit.
Yes, very reliable.
Very reliable. I use them as rootstock for grafting onto. Yeah.
They're rotting.
Yeah, I don't even pick them. If I leave them soft, the birds focus on them. And up here's the old brown turkey.
Another very common variety.
Yeah, actually, don't mind brown turkey. I'm actually quite impressed with. It's actually it's a nice sized fig. Birds have been testing it out. Look at that. They're a little bit hollow inside.
Yep.
It smells a bit
Starting
off that
to
one.
rot, yeah.
Yeah. I tend not to focus on them. On the back here is a this is a Smith, which I've espaliered, another Smith.
Is this the same one that you have out in
right
front?
up there. Yeah, I espaliered this one out, got a good form on it. And a Italian 258 here, which is another fairly rarish sort of hard to get fig. Again, they're a little bit small these. I've only put these in last season, but I was a bit enthusiastic and I took an air layer off it and set the tree back a little bit.
And were they successful?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, air layers are pretty good. And
so Italian 258, I258.
Yes, okay. And that's a black Madeira.
Black Madeira, the I don't know, the ultimate fig tree.
They call it the king of figs.
Yep.
Yeah, mind you, I've had I had another one here, and it was a little bit bigger than that. Not much, because they're even after 4 years, and it had 80 figs on it.
Okay.
Yeah, but then it died. So I think they're a bit sensitive. I think this is a raspberry verte.
Okay.
Which is a raspberry. Again, it's like an Adriatic fig, really. It's a green skin with a red centre. Now I'm testing my memory here. Let me have a look. What have I got? Oh, that's a Paradiso. Sorry, that's not a
Paradiso.
That's a Paradiso. That's the Verte there, the strawberry Verte there.
What is the difference? Like, what is this fig Paradiso?
It's a big green fig with a red centre. Yeah, somewhere from the Mediterranean area. Yeah.
And that one is raspberry?
This is the raspberry Verte.
Raspberry Verte.
Yep. Coming up this way, this row was put in afterwards, so I put this one, they're not as big as the others. This one here is a Varika. This is another great big green fig I think it's from Cyprus.
Varika, yeah, I've heard that name.
Yeah, it's a good fig, very vigorous. Then up here is the other Col de Dames. This one here is, I get these two mixed up. One's the Col de Dame Gris, and the other one's the Col de Dame Blanc. This is the Blanc. That's the green skin one, or they call it white Blanc. And this is the Gris, Col de Dame Gris.
Col de Dame Gris.
This is the grey
What
skin.
kind of figs are these? They will remain green?
French fig. It's a grey skin. Gris in French means grey. Yeah. That's a Gris. This one here is a Calderona. It's a very good fig, but I'm not been impressed with it. I've had it in the ground now for 4 years. It's very slow growing. It's only ever produced one fig.
Wow.
Yeah. It may be the location. It might have been too hot or not enough water. I put a dripper system in here now to keep these things irrigated. This one's a Sen Jaume Gran here. Again, slow grower.
Sorry, what is the name?
Sen Jaume Gran.
Sen Jaume Gran.
Yeah.
How do you decide you need to get one of these difficult name varieties? Like, how do you decide?
I don't name them. These are names that you get from overseas.
Yeah, but how do you decide I want to get another one of these varieties? Like, why do you want to add more to the collection?
Why do I?
Yeah.
Well, I've pretty much got what I want now, but you can find reviews on these types of figs and what qualities they have. So I'm interested in the taste, mostly the taste, and the characteristic of not splitting because of the humidity here in Sydney.
Yep.
Yeah. So I look for non-splitting, well-tasting figs. I'm a little bit disappointed in these two. I've done air layers off both of these, but they probably would have been better in pots.
Do you think some of these figs which are not growing properly, they might have some other soil requirement? They might like more alkaline, more acidic? Or something?
Well, there wasn't any bark chip here until last season, so this is all new down here.
Okay.
So they were basically in soil, whereas over here I barked it, over here I hadn't, and this is probably not as well irrigated. So I now irrigate these to try and make them.
I think this area in general, this last row is not very vigorous.
No,
apart from that raspberry tree.
No, that's right.
They're all struggling.
They're all struggling because it's been drier up this end here. That's why I've had to water them.
This is the higher area in your property,
Yes.
and the water flows away from this. Okay,
Yes,
all right.
yes, that's right. So it's not pooling around here.
Yep.
There's an Italian honey fig. That's a nice little fig. And there's another black Tuscan. I'm quite impressed.
What's the
black
deal
Tuscan.
with honey figs?
Well, I think that there's sort of 6 main categories of figs. They run from a like a brown sugar taste, a sugary taste, to a honey taste. Then they go to like a light mixed berry honey taste. Then they go to a more complex berry. Then they go to a very complex berry. So this is in the honey area.
Okay.
Yeah, they grow very well. Some people highly recommend this. I found them okay, but I think
Italian honey figs.
Yes, Italian honey it's called.
And that is the black Tuscan again.
Black Tuscan again. Yes, that's a complex berry fig, a black fig.
So you have multiple black Tuscans, multiple Panache.
Yes.
And you have multiple Smith figs.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. We'll head back down this way. So these are all my espaliered trees. So the idea was eventually to build this into a tunnel so I could cover them.
So birds are your main problem.
Yeah, birds. Yeah. And possums too.
Possum.
Yeah. So here's over here. These are my tree forms. This is another Violette de Bordeaux.
This looks like a Violette de Bordeaux.
Yeah, it's a smaller
tiny
one.
figs.
Yeah, we've already eaten. Like this is my favourite right at the moment.
Yep.
They're like lollies. They're so rich. They're not
Very
quite
complex and rich taste.
Yeah. You try this one. You can see it inside.
And these are the figs you want to leave on the tree as long as possible to concentrate that flavor.
Yes, they get richer.
Yep. Very chewy, and it gives you that.
Nice.
This is the taste you want with fig.
Nice tang, yeah. This is also supposed to be. I bought this as a Black Mission, but I think it's just a Violette de Bordeaux. It's got the same leaf, fruits at the same time, but a little bit bigger. Yeah, nice tree. So
again, VDB, and you had some VDBs here as well?
Yeah, one. I bought one as a RDB and it turned out to be a VDB.
Okay.
I brought one as a Black Mission, turned out to be a VDB, and I bought a VDB by itself and it turned out to be a VDB.
What's with the poor lychees struggling?
Yeah, I only put those in. I went to Thailand earlier in the year and I like the lychees, this red one, the little red red ball lychee. So I put 2 in, I love them. Yeah, they're struggling. They've only been in the ground now for about 5 months.
They don't like too much sun, they need continuous water, they don't like the wind.
Yeah, that's right. There's another little fig here. This is from a friend of mine. It's a, where's the name?
Fig in the sea of sweet potatoes.
These are all sweet potatoes. Oh, I haven't got a label on it. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, it's a nice little purpley coloured fig. It's beautiful. Another col de dame there. That's a col de dame gigantina. Then, so we come across to the tree form now.
Oh,
this is
look at the amount of figs on this tree.
We call it yellow long neck, whether it is or not. There are some that got long necks and some don't. But it's extraordinarily fruitful tree.
Far out, man. Oh,
We've already eaten probably 100, 200 figs off this.
Look at that. Look at the amount of figs on this tree.
Yeah. It's amazing actually.
Oh my God, it's like... How old is this tree?
Again, be 5 or 6 years.
My God.
These are some of the originals. This was the one they found in a paddock up at Park Lee before they developed the area. They built a housing estate there. I'll get one here. It's not quite right, but I like this fig because it's very early. It's quite a beautiful looking fig. These can get as big as tennis balls. You break them open, they're sort of like that inside. Yeah.
Thank you. Wow.
I like it because it's so fruitful and it's so reliable, and it grows like unbelievable. When it gets that vigorous, I've had to chop this down, take a metre or two off it every year.
If you don't chop it off, how big will they become eventually if you let them?
I'm not really sure. I think it depends on the variety, but I believe that the fig trees can go like 10 metres tall.
Even in Sydney?
Wow. Yeah, I just don't want them that big because I just can't net them and I can't access the figs.
And one thing I need to confirm is, do fig trees fruit only on the new growth, or they will grow on the old growth?
Yeah, they have two. They have, some varieties have a Breba crop, which is an early crop, which is the old wood, a bud that didn't produce a fruit on the old wood, and that usually comes out around November, December. And then the new growth is where most of the main crop grow, or all the main crop grows. That's generally January. This one's a January, February fig, and they go right up until April, depending on the variety. But it's got an enormous number of fruit on it. I mean, there's probably still 200 fruit still on there.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's a very impressive looking tree.
Far out.
It's awesome, isn't it? I love that tree. Every time someone comes out and looks at it, they want one. I can't stop eating them actually.
Is this one overripe?
Yeah, it's probably starting to. Yeah, I wouldn't even eat that one. Yeah, it's got a sort of that sort of overripe smell to it. It hasn't got any bugs in it, it's just overripe. I just can't eat them fast enough.
What about this one?
Yes, that's all right. Let's see what it's like inside. No, that's off. Yeah, it's off. It hasn't got any bugs in it, it's just got water in it, that's all. Yeah, but there's so much on it.
Oh. This one?
Yeah, see how they're starting to split?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, that's all right. You can just eat away from that other bit there at the end. Just cut that out normally.
Yellow long neck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we call it.
Alright, what's next?
This one here's an XL, yellow XL.
Yellow XL.
This is a nice fig too.
Yep.
I brought this as a yellow XL. It's off a reliable source. Sorry, that's to scare the flying foxes off. You can see there, yellow XL.
Yep.
It actually is very close to a Peter's honey, so I'm not sure there's that much difference. So we're in the honey figs at the moment. This is a Peter's honey.
Peter's honey.
Yep. It's a nice tree too. Nice fig. This is probably one of the nicest honey figs. I've got to give it to it. Very reliable. Mine aren't quite ripe just because of the local environment here. Some people have these out ready right now, but where mine is, not quite ripe. A few, yeah. See, it looks very much like an XL.
I mean, all of these, you know, the yellow long neck and then XL, they all look, this one, it looks similar.
Yeah. Oh, you eat enough of them, they taste the same. This is a funny tree, this one here. I brought this from Daly's nursery as a brown turkey. And for years I was trying to work out what happened. Then I discovered it's actually not a brown turkey at all, obviously. It's I think it's a Picone Green.
Oh.
It's a very nice fig.
This is one of those trees they sell, like that this tree is very resistant to rain. So it doesn't split apparently.
It does a little bit, but not as bad as a lot of figs. But it's actually got a nice taste and it's very, very fruitful. Yeah, it's got a nice taste to it. Eating
very
a lot of
pleasant
these.
taste.
Compared
to the other one, this one is very pleasant.
Yeah, eating a lot of these at the moment. Again, I got 3 of them because when I first started out, I thought brown turkey was exotic, but I found out that everybody has them. Yeah.
Wow, look at the amount of figs on these trees.
There's heaps and heaps. There's
Far
hundreds
out,
of figs on it.
Oh my God.
And so coming down here, another tree form, the very, very vigorous tree is this one here, Preston Prolific.
Yep.
Very well known in Australia. A great big dome-shaped fig. I'll see if I can find a nice sample and show you. There's a beauty up there. Look at the size of that.
Far out.
That's a huge fig. It's very, very big. That's semi-cured. It's been sitting there too long. There was one here I saw. Yeah, maybe take that one off, just twist it off, yeah. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Yeah, because the other one, when they point upwards, any dew and rain goes in the ends of them. Yeah. Yeah, Preston's actually not a bad fig. Got a nice taste normally. I've got more figs down here. I'll come back to this in a moment. This is a black Genoa. That it was so big it was blocking out my other black Tuscan here. So what I've done with this one here, I've done a whole, just practicing grafting on it, bud grafts. So I'm using the rootstock from the black Genoa, and I put a Panache, just one bud right there. And there's a Panache coming up there. There's a Hivernenca coming up there.
Yep.
And I have different ones here. I've got a Paradiso bud just forming there. I've got a Varika here, a San Jaume Gran over here. So this tree is going to be about 6 or 7 varieties.
So why do people not do fig grafting as much as other trees? Like why it's so rare?
No, they do. A lot of people do. If you want to take a dwarfing variety like a
Black Madeira?
Black Madeira, you can put it on a brown turkey, or a white Genoa is actually very good for grafting because it's got a large white cambium layer in there, so there's lots of contact when you graft. Yeah, black Genoa is pretty good too. Brown turkey's good, rootstock.
And what are all these figs? Are these white Genoa?
This is all black Genoa down here.
Genoa.
So you can see
this is the actual tree.
This is the parent tree down here. You can see them down here. There's still big figs on it.
Oh, look at the size of it.
Yeah, black Genoa is a good fig. Yeah. I just like the different taste, that's all. This is another black Tuscan. Again, one of my favourites.
Third black Tuscan fig.
So we've got 3 black Tuscans in the ground. This one here's this is a yellow XL.
Again, yellow XL.
Yeah. Hasn't got much fruit on it this year. I've already eaten most of it. Yeah. Yeah, there we are. It's a yellow XL. It's not a bad fig actually. This one over here is a Deanna. This is very, very similar to a yellow long neck. You can see it here, the size of the fig. But the difference is that the yellow long neck is so much more fruitful.
Why have you covered only one fruit on this fig and nothing on any other tree?
I couldn't be bothered in the end. I just grow more figs than I've got birds, you know. That's the idea. And I got more fig trees down there, another 10 or so down there and around the corner.
Let's go quickly have a look.
Sure. But not number 1, this is white Madeira. But I've not had any fruit on this. So I don't know, it may not be, I have to.
So what's the deal? Is this one of the highest figs like Black Madeira, or is it something different?
Well, they say white Madeira number 1 is the better fig. I have some of those in pots which I haven't put in the ground yet. I won't put them in the ground until March, April when it cools down a little. This is a white Madeira, but I haven't tried it, so I can't verify that it's authentic.
So white Madeira, and then there is white Madeira number 1.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I think it's a particular strain that's very highly regarded. We've got over here this is a
what is it?
Marseille Black VS. So this is a little fig. I only ate one of these this morning. It's not quite ripe. It's a little black fig, like a big grape actually. It's quite pretty and quite nice tang to it. So this is my wild area. They've sort of got to survive on their own down here. They sort of run out of energy. This is a Vista mission, and let me have a look. Can't remember what's what. A Vista something a Negra. Can't read it.
Siccio Negra.
Siccio Negra.
Siccio Negra.
Yep. And a Veil Negra. I think this comes from somewhere in France. There's a valley called Negra, I think. And this one here is this is a
Gold
Rush.
Gold Rush.
Yeah. I think, I won't comment on that one. We got a Celeste here.
Yep.
These have got beaten around a bit because they've had so much dry, and they don't irrigate down here. This is another Peter's Honey. This is a white, another white Adriatic. These are 3 white Adriatics, different styles from different suppliers, all saying that they're the best fig they've ever seen.
So white Adriatic is one of the very, likable figs.
Yes, very good taste.
You're just letting them grow on their own.
Yeah, they're actually
they survive good.
Yeah, they survive. If they survive, they'll do down here in a good season. This has been a dry season, so they haven't done so well. This one over here is I got from a friend in Adelaide, from Robin Oster. This is a CSIRO fig. They think it came from the CSIRO station in Adelaide.
Okay, so that's
the guy who had this gets hundreds of kilos of figs off it. So I haven't really tried this one yet. It's been in a pot too long. Coming down here is my Capra fig. That's the male fig. Another Capra fig there, and a full Smyrna fig up there. The Spanish dessert up there. And
so last time you told me that these Capri male figs are the ones which will host the Capri, the fig wasp over the winter.
That's the plan, yes.
And then you have Smyrna fig.
A Smyrna fig there which needs the Capra fig.
That's a female.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
So
it needs to be pollinated.
So these same wasps will be ideally helping your other figs as well.
Yes.
So
Yes, there's more Capra figs outside too. You can see one just over there in the bush. That's our land out there. I just don't use it, but that's a Capra fig over there. And there's some others planted around the area here.
And how long will it take that, come to the stage where you can release some fig wasp here?
Yeah, I tried it a couple of years ago, and I do get a little bit of pollination, but we need to have the trees need to be big enough to hold the fruit all season, so they can keep the wasps alive all through the season.
So the wasps will stay as like adults in those?
Yes.
Okay.
They'll live inside the figs in their different stages. Here's all my bananas. I think I started out with...
Blue Java?
No, this is just a ladyfinger. I started out with 2 ladyfinger bananas and ended up with 50. But I chop them up now and I use them for fertilizer.
Can you use them as mulch for other trees?
Yeah.
These are all the bananas.
And these are my citrus in here. There's
about
20 citrus.
Look at those.
Lemons and limes and...
why all these citruses?
Lots of mandarins. In winter time I eat citrus for about 5 months. I love citrus. I love particularly mandarins. But yeah, all of them.
And all these leaves, these are coming from citrus, like their own leaf mulch?
Yes. I did put mulch in here originally. But it needs to be topped up now. This is the banana mulch we chopped up. And up the end up here, that's the Pakistani mulberry here.
Yep.
This one here, and the other ones are the 2 standard mulberries, Hicks Fancies.
Yep. This is the Pakistani mulberry.
That's a Pakistani mulberry.
How old is this tree?
I got that from a gentleman in Adelaide about 4 years ago, I'd say.
Oh, look at the trunk of this
Very vigorous tree. This is the one that has the mulberries that are about, I don't know, maybe 100 mils long.
Wow.
Thick as your finger. Yeah.
And when was the season? Like, are they finished now?
Yeah, mostly mulberries are around October, November. They come out for about 6 weeks.
And apparently if you cut them down immediately, they will shoot up again and then fruit again.
They will, yes, they will. Particularly the Pakistani one. I've tried to air layer these and I can't work it. I can do cuttings on mulberries, but I can't really do air layers. It doesn't really work. Well, I haven't found it work.
And what is your favorite citrus?
Probably this one here at the moment, because I love mandarins because they're so easy to peel. This is the equivalent of a sumu mandarin. That's the one.
Poncamoni.
Poncamoni. This is the round one with the little top notch on top. It's a beautiful taste.
Oh, so it looks like that sumo thing
yeah,
that they're selling?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that.
How dry is this thing? Now there is some moisture there,
Yeah.
but overall, like the Sydney is very dry.
Yeah, I sort of keep them.
My mangoes are doing really well because they love the dryness.
Yes.
But these things, the citrus, they love watering all the time.
Yeah, and they've all got surface fruits.
Yeah, they have surface roots.
Yeah.
Wow, how beautiful this citrus little patch is.
Oh yeah.
It looks like literally an orchard. You know, that is.
I give away so much. I get so many of them. I think I've got 3 types of oranges, 5 types of mandarins, lemonade lemons, 2 types of lemons, kumquats. I love these kumquats.
Yep.
Oh, they're like little lollies.
You can eat the full fruit.
I eat a full fruit.
Including
Yeah,
the skin.
sweet on the outside and sour inside. Beautiful.
Wow. You
Yeah.
know what? Your citrus patch is better than figs. They look really good.
Yeah. Well, this has been in the ground a long time. This is 12 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you don't water them, or?
No, I don't do anything in here. They have to survive on their own. If it gets really dry, I might give them a bit of water, but very rarely.
Are these gingers?
Yes, I actually nativized ginger. I used to grow ginger in pots, and I did nativize some.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's been too dry really for them to do well. This is lemonade lemon.
Yep.
Absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, if someone hasn't tried lemonade, it actually tastes like lemonade.
Yeah, it does.
This is like so good.
You peel them with your hands.
Yep.
They're beautiful to eat. Yeah, if you like tangy citrus.
Such a cool thing to do, like just
Yes.
hybrid fruits.
I have passion fruits along the fence here.
Yep.
They only last about 4 or 5 years and they wear out. These are the other pots I had of rare ones, so I just stuffed all these in the ground. This one's a deep purple, it's called, comes from WA.
Deep purple.
We're trying to get some fruit on it. I haven't actually tried the fruit on this. It's been in a pot for about 2 years. But I put all these in the ground last season because I was travelling a little bit. I needed, they actually do better, and there's an irrigation system here for a sprayer on each plant.
Here, the irrigation?
Yeah, see it here?
Just because they are
There.
very rare?
Yeah.
What do we have here?
This is a
White Genoa.
white Genoa from my son's place in Adelaide. This one here, I bought this one here as a Caldedan Gris, but it turned out to be we call it a knot, but I think it's actually a Borges Gris. It's actually a very nice little fruit. Birds like it. I'll see if I can find one. Oh, it's not quite right. They're a beautiful little fruit.
Yep.
See here?
Yep.
Yeah, get a little bit bigger than that normally. Yeah, it's not a bad tasting fruit. What else have we got? This is a Shibboleth, which is a Lebanese Syrian fig.
This is also like one of those collected kind of figs. Like
Yes.
I see people selling on Facebook Marketplace. Very expensive.
Yes, some of these are quite expensive trees.
Far out.
Yeah.
And what do you do about like all these because fig tree tend to like shoot out
Yes.
these shoots
If they're
from
non-grafted, I just let them grow, and I just air layer them, turn them
Okay.
into trees, rather than waste them. Yeah, I tend to do air layers rather than cuttings now. This is called a black honey, this one.
black honey.
This one over here is a Lebanese red Becker Valley.
This is also one of the collector figs.
Yes, this has come around here and you'll see this is very unusual. It's a nice little fig. And this one here looks like one fig's growing out the end of another. I've never seen that before. But we might try one of these. They're actually, we already ate 3 or 4 of these today. They're a nice little fig. Yeah, quite different. Yeah, try that. Not quite right, but it's pretty close. It's got quite an unusual taste, like a fruity taste. I'm quite impressed with it actually. This is a Lebanese red. There was
Look at the amount of figs on that tiny tree.
Yeah,
This is just wow.
We already ate a couple of this morning. But yeah, it's a nice little tree. These go quite red.
And this is Lebanese red?
Lebanese red bass. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice tree. This one over here is a... dear. Put my glasses on because I can't see properly.
It's Lebanese, I think.
A Desert King?
Desert King.
So this one, you can only eat the Breba crop. The main crop won't ripen unless it's pollinated, but the Breba on this is a nice crop.
So main crop needs fig vase?
Yes.
Okay.
They call it a Sen something or other. This is Oxy Green from Oxy side in Adelaide. That's a nice tree. Another green fig with a red centre. This one over here is a Coldadan Blanc Negro. This one's supposed to have both Blanca Negra, both green or white and black figs on it. I've only had one type. I've only had the Blanca colour, the white ones with the green skin. But hopefully when it gets bigger it'll produce both types. And this is another black Madeira, a different type from a different person.
How do you know, like, if you are getting a cutting from someone and you are growing it, how would you know it is the black Madeira? What is the...
The best way to check is the fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, the fruit.
So wait for a couple of years?
Yeah, and the provenance of the person who's growing them. Yeah, the best off actually trying them. Yeah, so this guy had this in his yard. He's from Sydney, actually.
Have you tried the black Madeira? You must have tried it.
Yes, yes, I've eaten a lot of it.
Was it worth it? Is it worth like paying this much amount and growing them? Like,
they're not as expensive as they used to be. They used to be around $300, but you can buy a black Madeira now for, I don't know, about $70 or $80, I think.
For cutting?
Tree.
Tree. Okay.
You should be able to, depending on the size. That's what I was selling them for. But I haven't done any black Madeira this year. And so there's a few more trees in here. There's a nice little blood orange, which I love. Blood orange, beautiful.
Yep.
And the pumpkin's sort of going to grow over it, so I have to keep pulling it back. And I actually ran my lawnmower up here to try and cut a track through. So this one over here is a Golden Riverside. So over here, it's sort of getting lost somewhere in here. There it is over here. There. See it? That's Golden Riverside.
What is it? Is it a berry fig, honey fig?
No, it's a honey fig.
Okay.
Yeah. I've not tried this one. This is my first year. It's only been in the ground a year, this one. And this one here's the one they all talk about, which is the B&R, Broghiotto Negra Ramada. This fig starts out looking like a panache.
Okay.
And when it grows to full size, it turns black with purple stripes, or purple with black stripes. But I found it a slow grower for me. But when you put them in the ground, generally or often you lose the first year of growth. It puts all its energy downwards.
Yep.
And hopefully it's growing its roots out, which I'm happy enough with. I can be patient with it. I was a bit greedy last year. See, I took an air layer off here. I wanted to get my money back. It was very expensive. Yeah.
What is the most expensive one here? Like
this one.
This one?
Yeah, I think this cost me about $200 for a cutting.
Sorry, what was the name of it?
Broghiotto, B&R.
B&R.
Yeah.
Okay. $300 for the cutting.
$200 for a cutting.
$200 for a cutting.
That's what it cost me.
Damn.
Yeah, that was about 2 years ago. They'll probably come down in price, like everything. Everything starts out until everybody starts growing, then the price comes down.
So someone brings it out from overseas and then they limit it and then they, wow.
Yeah. I don't know how they get them here. Maybe they bring them out legally, maybe they don't. I don't really know. I don't do that. It's just I buy them.
Bringing any of these things legally is very expensive.
Yes.
So I don't know how to bring it.
Yeah, and I have my grapefruit over here, and different grapefruits.
And that's citrus.
Yeah. I love citrus. A little persimmon there I'm trying to grow.
And that's
I used to grow my own vegetables here.
Veggie patch.
Yeah, that's asparagus in here. Yep. So for about 6 weeks, 8 weeks, I eat asparagus every morning. A handful, just grows by itself.
Oh.
I don't do anything with this. You can eat it for about, you got to wait 3 years when you put asparagus in, but after that.
Can you eat this thing like this when it is in this form?
I don't eat it. Okay. I don't know, maybe you can. I wouldn't.
So what will happen to all of these things? Are these seeds, are these flowers, what is this?
Yeah, it'll put on seeds and all that stuff, but in the end I just whippersnip this right down at the end of the season. It all dies off when winter comes, and I just clear it all out, and spring comes, all the male parts come up, the big long stalks, and they're the ones you eat. This is, I believe this is the female branch.
So they will die down, or you will remove them, and then the male parts will come up again?
Yeah, they'll come back up in springtime.
Okay.
Yes, there's a few weeds in there, but I don't bother with them.
And they don't have any problem with the frost?
No, no. They tell me that asparagus lasts for about 20 years, so once you put it in, you just keep harvesting.
How long have they been in the ground?
This will be in the ground for 5 years now. This is all zucchinis. My daughter looks after this lot. This one's not very good, I don't know why. We got lots of tomatoes here.
Do you get fruit fly in tomatoes?
Yeah, if you mainly grow the little ones, you don't get too much fruit fly.
Cherry is usually good.
Yeah.
So this one has no fruit fly.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, the little
but
fruit
the bigger
fly.
ones, they definitely get fruit fly.
Yeah.
These ones should be okay, these old cherry ones.
Yeah, probably not that attractive to them. Also I think I got 4 different types of strawberries here as well.
Do you get the strawberries?
Yeah, mostly they've already been and gone, so.
Okay.
But again, we don't fertilise them and water them like we should. You can see all the zucchinis and like the zucchinis all through here, look at them.
If you don't pick them one day, they will grow in 1 kilo in size every day.
Yeah. My daughter comes down and picks them every day. Zucchinis and cucumbers over there.
Yep.
And yeah, that's all. And beans, of course.
Yep.
Just enjoy it for a cup of coffee or tea or something. It's very pleasant.
It is.
Yeah, just look
from
over.
here I can see now the whole bamboo thing, like
yes.
You know, the way it is planted, and it is sheltering from the western sun.
Yes.
So western sun is at the back side of the camera right now, and then
yes,
it's not getting there.
Bamboo is amazing. I use it for stakes for my plants as well.
Yep.
So when they start falling the wrong way, we just cut them off, and you cut them into pieces and use them for stakes. And also, my daughter's got guinea pigs, or granddaughter's got guinea pigs. They come and harvest the leaves and use them.
Fresh leaves.
Yeah, because bamboo is a type of grass. Yeah. That's a good bamboo, that one. I was actually thinking about putting some more in here and making a little room, but I haven't decided what to do there yet.
No, these bamboos look amazing. That's the right use of like it is. Do you have problems with the wind as well, or?
No, not really. I haven't had a wind problem here. No.
Because when I go up in Queensland and I go to the lychee orchards or macadamia, they plant the bamboos for the windbreak.
Windbreaks,
yeah.
Yes, I haven't done it for that reason.
Yeah.
Mostly for shade, and because I like the look of them. They present a beautiful green wall.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Especially when the leaves rustle with each other,
yes.
They produce that very soothing sound.
Yes.
All right, let's go to your nursery.
Oh, there's not much left in there now. There's only...
You're a prolific airlayer and propagator of these plants.
Yes, in here...
Selling them on Facebook.
Yes, I sell my excess stock in there. This is pretty crummy, this greenhouse. All it's got in here is basically a couple of fiddle leaf figs and some mulberries, some Pakistani mulberries up there, which I do. And yeah, nothing much in here. I don't keep my figs in here, I keep them up in the other spot.
Let's end with the figs.
Yes, we'll come and look at the airlaid figs. So these over here are some airlaid figs I did this morning. Because it's nearly 40 degrees today, these are pretty droopy. I normally take a lot more leaves off. You see how droopy they've gone? But these are only cut this morning. But look how many figs are on it. Most of these won't come off, so I should probably just take those off.
Yeah.
So both of these are VDBs.
So this one is looking very happy, this tree.
Yes.
How old is this one?
This one's been in the pot for probably 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. And these ones are taken this morning.
This morning. This one probably about 2 days ago. That's a Hivernenca.
Yeah, that looks okay.
Yeah, because it's got lots. I strip all the leaves off so that it doesn't lose too much moisture.
This one is looking very vigorous. What is this?
Yeah, Panache. These are both Panache, but I hadn't realised I put another air layer on it. So yeah, these are in 300 pots. So
how old is this one in the pot?
This would be probably 3 weeks now. And there's more up here. That's a seedless Eureka there.
Yep.
Which is just for the kitchen. These are trees here. Someone's coming to pick all these up, so.
This looks good.
They come up very nice. These are all air layers. These are probably only 4 weeks to 6 weeks old since I cut them off the trees. Yeah.
And then you have there as well?
Yeah, there's a couple more up here. I had a lot more here. They went earlier on. A couple little Deannas, another Panache.
What are the varieties that you cannot airlay enough and people just keep buying?
Yeah, VDB, Black Tuscan, Col de Dame. Col de Dame particularly, but because it's a slow growing tree, it's harder to do them, takes longer. And Panache. Panache is very popular.
What is this, Palmata?
Yeah, this is an Indian fig of some kind, but I've not had any. I've had lots of fruit on it, but none of it's come ripe yet. I think I need to put this one in the ground somewhere with lots of water. Okay,
so these are not airlaid, these are that you bought from someone?
No, someone gave me a cutting.
Okay.
Someone from Adelaide sent me up a cutting. Same as this one here. This is the white Madeira #1.
Oh.
Yeah, did this on a swap. So this is a very expensive plant. This was a cutting, so was that, and they've come up very nicely.
What is the potting mix you are using for all these airlayer and your pots?
I use that green stuff over there.
What is it?
I'll show you. It's just I just buy it from Bunnings. When I do an air layer, I use the seedling mix. I'll show you which one it is. If I've got any bags here.
Okay, that's vermiculite.
It's Osmocote. This one you can use either.
Okay, that's succulent. Yep.
I use cactus or succulent mix, or I use the seed one, the seed mix.
Okay, all right.
And I use this here for my main potting mix.
So this one is when you are doing that air-layering thing.
Yes, or a cutting.
Okay.
Or if I was cutting, I put a bit of perlite in there as well.
Okay.
About 30% perlite and some vermiculite as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 30% vermiculite, maybe 20%. Sorry, 30% perlite.
Yes.
20% vermiculite,
Yes.
and 50% of this.
The vermiculite holds the water nicely.
Yes.
This perlite gives it air in there.
Air, yep.
Yeah. I don't like doing too many cuttings because it tends to get a lot of those fungus gnats.
Yep.
Whereas if I do air layers, I don't get them.
Yep. And this one is like essentially a lot of sand.
Yes.
You know, it's very.
It's grainy.
Very free draining.
Yes.
And
yes.
this is your
main potting mix.
So these ones that we have here.
Yes.
These ones are now this one.
Yes, I'll put them in this. Yes. Yes.
And
premium potting mix. Yeah.
And this is also very free draining.
Yes. Yes. And it's got fertilizer in it. It's supposed to have 12 months worth of fertilizer.
That's a slow release fertilizer for these trees.
Yes.
For a long time.
Yes.
Okay. And then when they are in the pots, what is your irrigation schedule for them? How much are you watering them?
Depends on the weather. Like today, I'll probably water them in the morning, every morning. And if it's really hot, might even twice a day. If it cools down, maybe every second or third day.
Okay.
Depends how hot it is. In winter time, I don't water them as much because once they lose their leaves, they don't need the water.
Yep.
And they tend to rot if you give them too much water.
So winter is just a little bit of water,
keep
just
them moist.
To keep the moisture there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And in terms of fertilizer, and these are all the things I've already read from your document the page you gave, but just for the video. So what is the fertilizer schedule for?
Okay.
Something like 4 weeks or day one?
Yes, if they're a new plant, I don't fertilise them for a couple of weeks. Then I do half strength, something like Miracle Grow or Power Feed, half strength. Then after they start springing up, you can see it in the leaves and the form of the tree. Once they get to this form here, every 2 weeks, I give them just the standard mix, liquid fertiliser every 2 weeks.
Okay, all right. So this is the one where it should be getting 2 weeks,
yes.
every 2 weeks of fertilizer in growing season.
Yes,
in growing season.
Yes.
And this one which you have just potted,
yes.
it will not get anything for how long?
Till the leaves pick up and they stop drooping. And once it does that, I can see it bouncing back, then I'll give it half strength. For about a month.
Miracle Grow.
Yeah, Miracle Grow or Power Feed. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I've actually moved on to Power Feed now because it seems to be it's easy to get. It's a nice mix. Yeah. So I only use liquid fertilizer on pots. I've tried all sorts of things. I've tried pellets. I've tried organics, but organics don't really work in a pot very well because unless it's a very big pot, because you just don't get that biological action in the root system. Yeah.
All right. And in terms of irrigation for or fertilizer for trees in the ground,
Yes.
I know you don't do much
No.
for the trees,
No.
but if someone is to like really work on a tree,
Yes.
what fertilizer they should be using?
Yeah, I would go organic there. So my preference would be cow manure. Chicken's pretty good. Well, you got to be careful with chicken because it can burn the roots. I tend not to use horse manure. I've tried that before and just brings too many weeds. Yeah, my preference would be cow. Yeah.
And in summer like this, if someone wants to take care of the trees in the ground, they should be watering at least once a week, deep watering.
Yes, yes. Depending on what your soil's like and how much clay you've got. Yeah, I need to deep water mine. Yeah, particularly the younger trees. The older trees, they seem to be out there very tough. Their roots go for ages.
Yep.
But the younger trees, the first year, I tend to look after them. Make sure the roots get big enough and wide enough.
Last question. If someone wants to start with the fig trees, top 3 varieties you will recommend?
It depends.
In Sydney?
Well, I would probably go for a Violette de Bordeaux, because I like black figs, a black Tuscan. Yeah, and some honey fig. Yeah.
Peter's honey?
Yeah, Peter's honey would be He's a nice tree. Or I like yellow longneck as well because it is so fruitful. It's unbelievable.
Yep. So VDB, black Tuscan, and some honey fig. Peter's honey or something.
That would be my preference.
All right, thank you, Kel, for showing around your garden.
It's been my pleasure.
Yep, really thankful for letting me taste all these beautiful fruits. And yeah, we'll end this video now. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.